ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਸੈਗਮੈਂਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੇਰਾ ਸਾਥ ਦੇਣਗੇ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਅਰੁਣ ਗਰਗ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟ ਨੇ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਨੈਟਵਰਕ ਇਨੀਸ਼ੀਏਟਿਵ ਯਾਨੀ ਕਿ ਸਿਨੀ ਦੇ। ਇੱਕ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਕਾਨਫਰੰਸ ਜੋ ਹਾਲ ਹੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜ਼ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਕਾਮਯਾਬ ਰਹੀ ਅਤੇ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਭਾਰਤ ਤੋਂ, ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਤੋਂ, ਆਸਟ੍ਰੇਲੀਆ ਤੋਂ, ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਤੋਂ ਡਾਕਟਰਸ ਨੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਨਾ ਸਿਰਫ ਆਪਣੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਸਾਂਝੇ ਕੀਤੇ, ਪਰ ਨਾਲ ਰਿਕਮੈਂਡੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ ਕਿ ਕਿਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਮੈਡੀਕਲ ਫਰਟਰਨਿਟੀ ਵਿੱਚ, ਹੈਲਥ ਸੈਕਟਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਟਰੋਡਿਊਸ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਜਾਣ। ਇੱਕ ਪਰਟੀਕੂਲਰ ਫੋਕਸ ਸੀ ਔਨ ਲੀਡਰਸ਼ਿਪ. So today we'll talk with Dr. Garg about how this leadership can be adopted in the health sector and how especially the Canadian leadership can give benefit to the Indian doctors and how all this talk can further help the people in common. Let's welcome Dr. Arun Garg. Dr. Garg, welcome to the program.
Very happy to be here.
Thank you, sir. So today I would like to focus and talk to you about the leadership in the health sector. Cine has played a very important role in this, and you've been always advocating that yes, Canada can provide a lot of leadership to the Indian health system. And when we compare both the countries, from India we can gain a lot, and from Canada Indians can gain a lot. So if you could elaborate on this particular aspect of leadership in the health sector, what all do you feel can be done in this particular field?
Absolutely. This has become a bit of a passion for me. So I think for your listeners, and just to share, Canada and India have a lot of common fabric.
Okay.
They have a lot of common pathways.
Right.
And as a product of India, but have spent so much of my life here, I feel that I have a very insightful understanding of
Right.
two cultures. So last few years, I've come to feeling that Canada, the process, the management, the quality, the ethics, the professionalism, the areas where we have excelled, and right from the beginning of forming of Canada, that has been important, has become key part of healthcare.
Right.
And I think that part, if we could take that to India and share with Indians in the Indian context,
Right.
I think there is a recipe, winning recipe. Similarly, India is very good in doing things cheaper and better.
Right.
There isn't that much innovation in India, but in terms of ability to deliver goods cheaper
Right.
and still maintaining quality is very good in India. So if we could bring that to Canada, so that's that exchange of ideas
Right.
and leadership I'm talking about when I say leadership.
Right.
In Canada, every day there's a great emphasis on how to do things better through good leadership.
Right.
Ethics and professionalism is paramount, and it's no secret that India could use a dose of it.
Right.
Now the key here which I bring is to the conference, and I was amazed how people thought that's a good idea, and that is leadership in Indian context. So what we have used from Canadian context
Right.
is the principle of LEADS, LEADS.
Right.
5 principles, which stands for L means finding yourself,
Right.
self-reliance, self-reflection, lead, L, learn about yourself,
Right.
L for learning. E is engagement,
Right.
so engage others. A is action. In other words, whatever you do,
Right.
you should have outcome or engagement. D is for developing collaboration,
Right.
and S is sustainability.
Right.
And I think in my own perspective, start to think about it. I say, what is the Indian context?
Right.
And I was able to come up with my 5 yogs. And I said they make so much sense
Right.
to Indian mind that maybe we could merge these two. So I came up with Raj Yoga,
Right.
Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jan Yoga, and Gyan Yoga.
Right.
And yoga is essentially fusion of mind, body, soul.
Right.
It's not a religious connotation or even spiritual connotation.
Right.
To me, that is the modern science of learning. Just like you go to school to learn something.
Right.
You have to learn physics, you have to learn algebra, you have to learn mathematics. This is about learning leadership in
Right.
the real context. So what we are trying to do now is put these together.
Right.
and say, so for example, Raj Yoga, which essentially talks about holistic approach to life.
Right.
So it has 8 limbs and doing the right thing at the right time, physical fitness, mindfulness,
right.
and then eventually getting clarity of thinking. So those words like samadhi doesn't
Right.
mean much to me, but what it means is that you are able to have critical thinking.
Right.
So
Analysis, creative
Yeah,
analysis.
analysis,
Right.
that's
Absolutely.
right.
Right.
And gives you that ability.
Right.
So that is L.
Hmm.
Lead, essentially that's what you're trying to do, finding yourself
Absolutely.
through that, understanding who you are, what you are, why do you do things, what makes you tick, all that encompass. And so much so that in Canadian context, many health authorities have adopted this leads as their day-to-day dharmic function. So all your promotions, all your hiring,
Right.
all your interviews are based on subsets of these. So I think there is a real opportunity to
Right.
bring a change how people think just from that L alone.
Right.
And obviously engaging others on what I call bhakti yoga and karma yoga and jnana yoga. So engaging others, essentially you are bringing people together,
Right.
and you're doing it with passion and bhakti.
Right.
And then action is getting outcomes, and no better action than karma yoga.
Oh,
'Cause that's
absolutely.
what karma yoga is all about.
Right.
Thought is just a thought unless
You
it can
implement it.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
right.
And then mind gets into, and then you concentrate, and
Right.
that takes us there. So those three. But above all, then your Gyan Yoga, which is really sustainability.
Right.
So once you have that, then you start to think about holistically. So, and that's like environmental movement.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Living with nature in sustainability.
Right.
So I feel that if we create a leadership training program and then start to live,
Right.
I think India can benefit. So there were several people who came to the conference. They are very interested in taking some of these ideas.
Wonderful.
So we're just starting to explore this.
Okay.
Obviously, this requires a lot of planning and thinking.
Absolutely.
And business case needs to be developed.
That's right.
Financing has to be arranged. So that's in the process we are.
But definitely, the leverage what you have made is the introduction of this mind, body, soul concept. And again, because in the medical fraternity, these things were absolutely a kind of a taboo initially.
Yeah.
But right now, the medical fraternity has started talking on these issues, that if you adopt these leadership principles, then both the East and the Western benefits can be taken, and also the common population can take benefit from all this.
Absolutely.
So congratulations to you for getting this concept introduced in these kind of conferences, so that the best brains of both the countries in the medical field can learn from it and then can start implementing on both the sides.
Absolutely. And I think we're on a good track because Harvard
Right.
and Mayo Clinic have already started
Okay.
departments in these.
Right.
Mindfulness, you hear about
Yeah.
yoga,
Right.
and there are more and more papers coming on it. So I think what we have to do is learn from each other
Absolutely.
and bring the best of the two. And I
Right.
think the world is a better place if it's a sum of two is bigger than two numbers.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thanks for this information, because our viewers could not be in the conference or in these kind of conferences, because it's the medical field specialists who talk about. But when you come and summarize for them, they also have faith that something is being done, some new things are coming up in the medical field also. So congratulations and thank you for being here.
Pleasure.